Alright, are you ready? Mega status update. What's been happening in my life the last weeks, and what's gonna happen the next weeks, and what's happening in the present moment as well. Like, what's the status, the condition, the status update, the status quo. Let's go. Number one, I was in Mykonos for a week, and then I saw my parents for a few days, and that was a crazy experience for me. In Mykonos, I was exposed to a lot of success and wealth and all that stuff, and that drove me nuts because I don't have it yet, and like that made me focus and lock in even more. At the same time, I was at the house with a couple of friends of mine that were really happy, and we had great moments and a lot of laughs, which helped me just like soothe the soul a little bit. And the combination of like the pain but also soothing the soul is the ultimate, like it's the sweet spot. And I made a video, I'll link it right here. It's a sweet spot that you need to start motivating yourself, to not start motivating yourself, but to make quantum leaps in motivation. So what happened was I returned here and I'm like, I've had enough of it. I need to be better. I need to have a better body. Like, I saw this one guy, bro. He was so fucking ripped and jacked. It was crazy. And lo and behold, I'm back in Berlin now, and I don't eat sugar anymore. Not only do I not eat sugar, I have stopped completely all the vices. So there's no more weed, there's no more alcohol, there's no more chocolate, there's no more porn, there's no more scrolling, doom scrolling. And we've reached the first Sunday, because I've been here since Monday, so it's been 7 days now of the new me, because this is really a new identity. This is a new fucking... I show up in a different way. My habits are different. Like, if you take a picture, a still frame of my life, it's now a different picture than it was 2 weeks ago. I am effectively a new guy, and if I continue to be this new guy, my results are gonna catch up. So not only will I feel it, which I do right now, but you will see it, which is the difference. Okay, so will you see? You will see me getting absolutely fucking shredded and ripped, which now I'm not. Okay, I am pretty decent. My physique is decent, but it's not like exceptional. And we're looking for exceptional, and exceptional results need exceptional effort. And today, it's been hitting me, bro, and yesterday as well. It's been hitting me that, oh my God, Alex, you need some chocolate, you need some sugar, you need to escape. And I'm deciding, no, I'm going to stick with the pain. By the way, in case you don't know, at least for myself, and I guarantee it for you too, the reason why you're hitting the Nutella, bro, and the reason why I'm hitting the Nutella is because I want to momentarily escape the pain that I'm feeling in my life. Okay, so my body's been craving sugar, Nutella, chocolate, something like that, and I deliberately consumed the last little bits of chocolate I had in the house. I deliberately did not buy any more chocolate. There's no more sweets in the house. It's just like meat and eggs and rice. And that's the nutrition. I'm eating like a fucking dog, bro. Crazy. And that's the nutrition. And so I finished the meal, and it's like, okay, but now where's the chocolate? And the most I can do is like blackberries, like a handful of blackberries, or like a strawberry. It's like the best, the next best thing, which I still allow myself. And still, it's not scratching the itch. And in the beginning, I was like, I'm over it. Like, I don't need any motivation. But now the reality hits, and it's like my body wants what it once had. And not only that, I've been feeling really, really tired, which is a sign of my body kind of like trying to conserve energy because it's sensing uncharted territory. I am stepping into a new identity, and I invite you to do the same thing. If you want to know how to do that, by the way, link in the description below. That's what we do in my MCB program. We work on creating a new identity that will give you the results that you want, because results come from identity. They don't come from actions. Results come from unconscious effort, not conscious effort. Okay. I can explain to you what that means in a different video. This is beyond the scope of this video. This is just an update. So what do we have? I am eating properly now for the first time. I'm eating like a fucking athlete. And By the way, you see me doing that because I had some almonds and they're like just like everywhere in my mouth. But yeah, and it's a different experience. Eating like an athlete is a different experience. There is no pleasures and comforts. There is just fuel. Well, it's a little crazy, if I may say so myself. So, but I believe that my body's gonna get used to it and the cravings are gonna go away in a little bit. It is costing me some willpower, some saying no, some staying disciplined, some not giving in. But I feel that the worst is already over and I'm over the hump, and the cravings are going to be less and less and less as I get used to this new identity and this new way of eating. And by the way, I'm thinking I'm going to allow myself one dessert every 7 days. And I was thinking today, cool, I could have a dessert today, and like I could easily have a dessert 7 days, only 7 days from now. And then I said, no, here's why. I don't believe enough days passed where I deserve it. So if I have another dessert now, I want it to be comfortable. I wanted to comfortably say, oh cool, I can have a dessert. Not to just gasp for air and like barely get to the next 7 days where I'm allowed a dessert again and like barely make it. I want to be on top of it, not for it to be on top of me. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Good. So that's food. Weed, bro, okay, weed for one is incredibly easy to not smoke. Like I'm not really, I was with my friend and she was smoking the other day and right next to me, and it must have been a great vibe, you know, but I don't feel like I wanted to be with that vibe. I wanted to be present and right here, and in fact, I didn't miss it at all. I'm really hyped for it. So there was that. And then what else? Then we have the scrolling and the porn. Okay, the porn, I'm not a big porn guy anyway. It's not like I watch porn all the time, but I have consistently been not jerking it, which has been also fairly challenging because especially last night I had a couple of crazy ass dreams, bro, if you know what I mean. So, but I'm keeping strong. I have it completely under control. I don't need the dopamine. And the last little bit is watching YouTube endless hours and scrolling on my phone endless hours. So YouTube I don't really watch anymore, even though it's something I used to do a lot of. And scrolling on Instagram, because I don't have TikTok. Scrolling Instagram is something that I do a little bit of. I consciously, I've toned it down a lot. I do almost none of it. I consciously catch myself doing it and I bounce. So none of the above is a problem. Like I have all of that under complete control, and I know exactly where I'm headed, and it's I'm secure. Okay, so good. Why am I saying all this? Because all of this shit is making a lot of space for me now. So when I eat my fuel food, my non-dopamine food, I eat in silence. I sit there, I cook my food, and I eat it. And there's nothing going on. There's no sound, there's no chocolate, there's no YouTube. So it's just me and my thoughts. And now that there's all this space, I see how desperately I want to escape. I want to reach for the phone. I'm craving the sugar. And I'm consciously and deliberately saying no. And in the hopes that sticking with the program is going to become easier and easier, and like the pain is going to transmute into productivity. Why am I hopeful? Because I feel the same feeling like I felt with my shoulder injury. Different video, I can link it up here as well, where I just had faith that if I kept doing the right thing, eventually it would click And lo and behold, it fucking did. And now my shoulder is healed, my scoliosis is healed, and my body is ready for action. Which brings me to the next chapter of this video. That was the negatives. So all the negatives that used to weigh me down, distract me, offer me an escape plan from my real pain, escaping into a fake reality. All of this shit is not dragging me down anymore. So now we're at 0. And not only are we at 0, we have one positive habit as well, which is my meditation. Here's what's happening there. The meditation has 4 parts. I'm doing the Joe Dispenza meditation, and the first part is making sure that your body can calm down so that you can start doing the edits or editing. The second part is starting to take away all the negative emotions, and then the third and fourth part is putting the positive emotions and visualizing what you want. Now, learning each step takes a while. The first step I was fortunate enough to already have learned in the past because I was and still am and have been big on meditation. I've done retreats and whatnot, so I know how to calm myself down. But be that as it may, I'm viewing this first bit, the induction, so to speak, from different angles now. So it has now become even easier. Today, this morning, for example, I was very much in command of my body and being able to dial down my brain waves, what do you call them? Brain waves? I think that you call them brain waves, something like that. So like from like beta to alpha to theta, I was able to drop my waves basically. This sounds completely vague, by the way, I understand that, but what that means is that from an agitated state, my mind and body was able to calm down. This is the point of meditation, okay? And so this period of my life, I'm working the second step, which is, what's the second step? It's pruning away all the nerve connections that represent the things that, or the emotions that you don't want, that are disadvantageous to your vision, which to me is anger. I have been very angry, incredibly angry, and I'm pruning the anger away. And the second step consists of 4 sub-steps, which is, number 1, recognizing, number 2, admitting, number 3, declaring, and number 4, surrendering. So I'm starting to understand I'm starting to understand more about how this works, and starting to recognize things that I don't admit to the outside world, which is something that's bad. I want to admit who I am to the outside world, and I want to close the gap between how I appear and who I really am. And that's what this meditation is for. So I'm starting to understand it a lot more, and my goal with this is to go into the third and fourth step and complete the whole process, and then practice the whole process every morning as a whole and get better and better and more proficient at it, because I believe that it will definitely, if nothing else, it is a practice that I devote myself to, and it's making my relationship to God a little better. It's bringing me closer to God. But if it does work the way I have faith it will, the way thousands of people say it does, it's a way to manifest the things that I really want in my life. So we are fucking locked in and we're fucking doing that, okay? So that's the first positive habit, that's meditation. I got 2 more I got 3 more actually. The second one is talking to girls, and thankfully that's been going very, very well as well. The talking to girls part specifically, I realized something about my life. When I was 22, I started from 0. I needed to understand how to appeal to women, how to create relationships with women and a real connection. And I started from a place where I was hopeless and no girls ever liked me. So I did that, and I know that back then I wasn't going out to approach like 5 women, but I was going out to approach as many as it takes until I learn. And the last years of my life, I've fallen off. Like, I reached a peak point where I was super secure in my skills, my dating skills, and I knew every girl I would talk to should be instantly on, and it was an amazing experience, and I sat in that experience for a while. It was great, but then I fell off that experience. I wanted to push it away. I wanted to be very far away from girls and only have sex with them and nothing else. And now I am starting to come back to emotions, to connection, and of course my skills are a little bit rusty. And during this whole time where I was away, I was, in my mind, I was thinking, okay, cool, I can do like 5 approaches a day and call it a day. And that's what a lot of clients of mine start doing as well. And that's the wrong mindset. The right mindset is, no, I'll do as many as it takes. I won't go home until I've learned something, or I've gotten some kind of win, or something has clicked, or I've regressed. I know that something happened today. And that's how it feels to be really engaged. And I want that for me. And I'm starting to do that. So the first positive habit, meditation, is going well. Second positive habit, women approaching, connecting with women again, is going well. I'm at the stage where I have decided to start spending more time with every woman that I meet instead of ejecting right away after I score the number, because I was doing that a lot. And of course, that is crazy. This is just to satisfy the ego that I got some kind of win, I got the Instagram or the number of the girl, and then there's no real connection there, and of course none of these numbers are actually going to translate to a date. So of course I was getting success here and there, but like now I'm actually serious about it. So I have decided to spend more time with the girls that I meet, and that's what I've been doing, and it's been working very well for me. So habit number 2, and then we have habits number 3 and 4, which is content and business and connections with clients, and workout. My workouts have been good quality-wise, but very few and far between. So we're gonna get back into workout mode, because I enjoy the gym. It's fucking amazing, and combined with my diet, it's gonna be fucking sick. And last but not least, this is what I'm doing right now, making some content. So zooming out, yeah, I haven't been making content, by the way, yeah. So the third and fourth habits, positive habits, have not been really happening, but I'm really close. I'm really close. Like, I am getting my ducks in a row, as you can fucking see. So we are in here. We're in the fucking trenches, boys. We're getting it. Okay. By the way, if you're not in the trenches, get in the fucking trenches. Allow me to help you. Link in the description. Okay. Now, with all that said, this is my condition. This is where we're at. Oh, so with all that said, this is kind of, here's what happened. The Mykonos thing happened. Right after Mykonos, by the way, I went and sat with my parents for a couple of days. And that was a great experience as well, because every time I connect with my parents, who have created massive, massive trauma to me when I was a young kid, our relationship is getting closer and closer again, like the way it was, or toward the way it was when I was 4. After I was 4, a massive gap was created between me and my parents, and now we're getting closer and closer again. And this is only due to definitely not my parents, due to my significant efforts to understand myself, understand my parents, make my parents understand me, and approach them again. So this is what happened there. Now we're in the present. We're in Berlin. Right next, what's happening right next? I'm gonna make a couple of trips. I'm gonna tell you about it as they come up. If we zoom out, what's the lesson? The lesson is very simple. You want to change your life, okay? In order to change your life, you can't change it by constantly. In order to change your life, you need consistency. That means the same action, doesn't have to be perfect, on a very long time horizon. That's what's going to change your life. The thing with that is that if you're consciously doing it, this is not going to work. It needs to be unconscious. So in order for it to be unconscious, the one thing that you can do is that you can use your conscious as willpower. But willpower is just not enough. You can't think your way out of this problem. So willpower is one part of the equation, but another part is putting yourself in the environments that allow you to feel the pain stop escaping from the pain that you have created for yourself, sit in it, and allow it to work on you, and use that pain as fuel. That's how it's gonna work. And you might not even realize it, but the one thing that you're not doing is allowing yourself to sit with the pain. You will find a way to escape that pain, and you will not even admit, not even to your own self, that this is the very thing that you're doing. So procrastination is exactly that. It's finding a way to prolong the suffering. There is a scene from the Lord of the Rings where the hobbits are starting to get out of the Shire for the first time. And Sam stops at some point in the cornfield. And he said, "That's it, Mr. Frodo." Frodo's like, "What? What do you mean?" He's like, "That's it. If I take one more step, it's going to be the furthest that I've ever been away from the Shire." And I feel I'm in a similar situation right now. I am eating and behaving and operating in a way where I've tried before, but I haven't. I don't know if I've been this far before. And like creating a new identity. I've achieved crazy shit. I've actually created new identities before. I've done it like 2, 3, 4 times in my life. I've changed who I am. But I think for the last 10 years I've wanted to change who I am again, and I've hated the fact that there's a little bit of belly fat at my lower abdomen, and I've looked at it forever, and I've wanted to get rid of it forever. And I'm about to do it. I'm about to take one more step that's gonna be the farthest I've ever been from who I used to be. And this very fact is what's making me believe in it and wanting to insist and to not give in to the chocolate, and to say it's one more day without chocolate. Let's do one more day. Let's not eat the chocolate today. So I hope you were able to take some things away from this video. This was just my personal update. This was not me teaching you something, but if you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed as a subscriber, because we're gonna be putting tons of footage out and videos out. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.